Boom. All right. We should be live. Let's go ahead and turn the volume back on for Bloodborne on PC. There we go. Sounding good. We have our desktop audio. We have the microphone audio. No matter how loud I make this microphone, it always sounds too quiet when I listen to the stream afterwards. But that's just the way it is. Some things you can never change. Let's see if I can get my Stream Deck software going so I can hit these nice little buttons and have it make noises, funny noises, like... But they're all quiet, is the problem, you know what I mean?
Boom shakalaka!
A couple are good volume, but most of them are just too quiet. So I need to find a way to increase the volume on those bad boys. All right, we have YouTube chat up. We have our Twitch chat up. I don't know if it's going to show properly on the screen, but we just got to get used to how things are. So, boom, here we go. We have Bloodborne on PC. Natively, no. Of course not. Because it has been, I don't know, X number of days, years, months, however they do that on that X account where all they do is post every single day whether Bloodborne has been released on PC or at least announced to be released on PC. I think the likelihood of Bloodborne coming to PC at this point is pretty darn close to zero. I think it's statistical zero, a mathematical zero, which is to say close, so close to zero as to be zero, even though technically not actual zero. But the likelihood of that happening, not very good. All right, looks like our audio is all set. Let me know if everything sounds good to you guys out there, and we will enjoy some Bloodborne on PC. Now, hopefully, yep, there we go. It always starts out a little stuttery, and then it picks up. It's almost as if it's like having to compile shaders on the go or something. Of course, we know that just about any door you encounter, it will say that the door cannot be opened from the side, or doesn't open, or it's locked, or any number of things like that, basically indicating that you can't get in it, because that's just how this game is, how every FromSoft game is. Let's go level up first. We got so many blood echoes, I'd hate not to use them. Like I said, each and every time I boot up Shad PS4, the PlayStation 4 emulator, we get slightly different performance. Sometimes it's really smooth and surprising, and other times it's kind of janky and jittery. And why is that? I don't know. That's the kind of inconsistency you get when you play unofficially, as I am here. And I think we've got the best blood gems possible. We could hit up the Chalice dungeons, but I don't think we'll do that. I bet you there's a mod. Hey, let's take a quick look. Is there a mod for the doll in Bloodborne? Let's go to Bloodborne mods, which will be Nexus mods. I wish we had a better site. There are other mod sites. The problem is none of them have even a fraction of the mods that Nexus mods has, so that's an issue. Let's see what happens if I type doll in here. Wow. Actually, I don't see any mods for the doll. Surprisingly, nobody has created a nude mod or some sort of, you know, skimpy outfit mod for the doll on Bloodborne for PC. That's surprising. Usually it's one of the first things that gets created for any game that starts getting mods. We were doing all vitality and endurance, but I'm not sure if that's really the way to go. That's what I've heard. But since we're not hitting the Chalice dungeons for those gems, or whatever they're called, blood gems, we're not getting the massive damage increase from them because we're not getting them. If I do that, I get 5. That's 4. That's a lot of additional attack power. A lot of additional attack horsepowers. How do they rate? What is attack power rated in? Is it like horsepower? Who knows? Oh, that was weird. I couldn't get the control to let me dodge for a moment, but that must have been falling. All right, so when last we left off, we were at the Forbidden Woods. We had to call it then. Dinner was about to be served. Was being getting ready. That doesn't make any sense. Was being prepared. So, gotta stop for dinner with the family. You know what I mean? Shad PS4 is not doing terribly. Let me show you the frame rate so you can see it. Shift F10 brings it up in the upper right-hand corner. I also get to see Steam's frame rate graphs and all that stuff. So we are technically at 60, even though it doesn't look quite as good as 60. So there's something going on there. Even the in-game frame rate reports 60 when it's like jittery like this. Not sure what that is. It's something. But it's quite playable, and it's better than the 30 FPS on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. I can see that it's using about 84%, on average 80 to 85% of the GPU, and about 30% of the CPU, which tells me that there is still some headroom to go for increasing the efficiency of the simulation. Uh-oh, yeah, I knew. Oh, he got me. I don't often use the hammer form, but I should. Why have the Kirk hammer if you're not going to hammer it down? Let's put out some info about this live stream so we can get some more people to join the fun. What I'll do here is announce it on the Discord server that I just created that I've forgotten all about, because I often forget. I forget things sometimes. So what we'll do is get onto the G3 Discord server, and I don't know how to make an announcement through the server. I'm sure there's a way, but I'll just post the link here. And that ought to be good enough, right? People will see it if they're on the Discord server. We also put one out there. Bill Bones, how's it going? Welcome to the Goon Squad. Alright, that's enough of that elevator music. Kazan would be killer. The first Berserker Kazan, I played that to completion. I actually enjoyed it. It's really good. I do think it has some insane difficulty spikes at times that were frustrating, to say the least. Even on easy mode, you know what I mean? Bill Bones asks, Fox, would you ever stream other Souls-likes you haven't streamed before? Of course. I wouldn't mind doing Kazan. I've already beaten it, and there are so many games to play. But if it got enough viewers, certainly I'd do it. Alrighty, let's show this guy the Kirk hammer. And his response is, no sir, I don't like it. I need to put that on my stream deck for making sound effects during streams. The horse from Ren and Stimpy. He always goes, no sir, I don't like it. That's one of my favorite things from Ren and Stimpy. I used to watch that as a kid, and in hindsight, it is so not appropriate for children. That was probably, in my era, the worst cartoon that Nickelodeon played. It was pretty bad at times. It had straight up, like, real racism, not like when the left claims racism. It had pretty offensive stereotypes, and it leaned into them heavily. It had some kind of foul language. It had almost kind of like nudity at times. It was very grotesque. It was just very fascinating to see how much they were able to get away with. I don't know, did they like have some dirt on someone at Nickelodeon that Nickelodeon's like, okay, we'll play your cartoon, just don't tell anybody about that thing. Oh shit, that's not good. Don't hit the fire when you're covered in oil. Alright, these guys right here, they want to come up to me with that shield up. That shield, that don't mean shit. Oh, okay, I missed. You know, I'll get them next time. That was a practice run. Look at that. Straight through the shield. Pancaked. Anyone want some pancakes today? Who had pancakes for breakfast? He had pancakes for dinner, and I served them. I'm serving up pancakes, people. Would you stop throwing that shit at me? Enjoy those pancakes, buddy. Flapjacks, griddle cakes, I don't care what you call them. It's all the same. They hit the floor. They go flat. With the Kirk hammer. Could I do a jump attack with the Kirk hammer? Good question. Let's see. You mean like a plunge attack or like a straight up jump? Because you can't do a normal jump in Bloodborne. Bloodborne is not like Elden Ring. There's no jump button dedicated. You have to hold the run button and then kind of tap it to do the jump. Maggie's here. Maggie, how's it going? No, there's no jump attack. I already knew that, but I'm just showing you guys. I knew that. Of course I knew that. I've played this game so much. I know everything about the game. Sort of, sometimes. Not really. Alright, this area is a little easier than I remember. I thought there was like a ton of shit shooting at me. That must have been the other area. Hey, look, it's one of the little guys. Only took 2 shots on that one. Let's grab that before it disappears. Get behind him. And pancake him. Surprised it didn't kill him in 1 shot. I say him. I don't know. It could be her. So the wife and I were going to the gym yesterday. And we saw the world's biggest bird. Like a giant vulture. Just dead on the sidewalk. At first I thought it was like a shirt or somebody's hoodie or something. It was crazy big. Not sure what killed it, but I don't want to know. Whatever killed it did not feel like eating it. Alright. Oh, look at that. It broke. And then we took damage. I'm never a fan of those moments where it's almost, or even necessary to take damage, because that really screws with people trying to do a no damage run. They have to make it an exception, which kind of sucks, you know. Like Dark Souls has a few moments where there are mandatory drops, and the drop causes fall damage. They should do what Dark Souls 3 did, and have those massive drops, but you land in all that ash, and it doesn't hurt you. Pancakes for dinner. Oh, shit, I pancaked him right through the wooden boards there. But they didn't break. Uh-oh. Yep. Oh, shit. How did he do that much damage? What is he, like mega tough or something? A little bit of stuttering here. Nothing we can't handle. As a PC gamer, well, shit, as a gamer, we are now used to stuttering thanks to Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5 taught us all what bad stuttering is, so that now we all know. If you ever wondered, what is stuttering? Why are these people complaining about stuttering? The advent of Unreal Engine 5 has shown us all what bad stuttering looks like. Does not open from this side. Okay, well, maybe it'll open from the other side. Yeah, the bird became self-aware, so DARPA kills it with space lasers. Space lasers took it down. It was the space laser. Okay. I don't recall exactly how this area is laid out, but we'll wing it. Is this... Oh, look at that. It's glitching. It's glitching out. It's so glitchy. Yeah, that's like oil. And so we're going to back out of that briefly here. And then... Oh. Boo. Boy, the emulator does not like this area. Ouch, neither do I. Fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna die. I managed not to die amidst the glitchy pool of oil. Do those things come out of the oil? Maybe, maybe not. Let's pick up this crap. And now we can skip the oil section by opening this door. Look at that. It's like a shortcut. We don't take the long way if we die. We take the shortcut. The Miyazaki swamp curse touched the emulator. Miyazaki loves putting swamps in his games. That's not quite a swamp. You don't You don't get any poison or any nonsense like that. I know what we should do. Let's put a swamp. Let's put a poisonous swamp in this Souls-like game. That's a great idea. Everyone loves the poisonous swamp. We always get just massive positive feedback on those poison swamps. And I know what we should do. Have the poison swamp slow you down and make it so you can't roll. That's a great idea. Looking at you, Demon Souls. More like douche souls, am I right? Uh-oh. I only hit him on the edge. The edge of the hammer cannot pancake. You gotta hit him with the center portion of the hammer of doom. Look at that guy up there. Should we give him a taste of his own medicine? Shoot him in the face? Let him know what it feels like to get shot? Come here, you little bitch, firing from a distance like a coward. Okay. Give me them Quicksilver. I know you're gonna drop them. Yep, there we go. That's how it works. Yeah, we are all dyslexic on the keyboard at times. But we are all, in our own way, keyboard warriors, fighting the great keyboard fight. There's shit over there I didn't get yet. And you know what? It'll just remain unguarded. Unless I find out it's something really good that I want. I think we'll just leave it be. I don't want to extend this playthrough any longer than necessary. Oh, shoot! Man, I'm seeing stars now. That was incredible. Look at that a-hole. I remember this now. Uh-oh. Woo! Ah, he can't reach me from here. Can he? Can he? Fire another shot, douche nozzle. Ha! You suck. Your balls are too heavy, man. That's what happens. I'm telling you, man. Everyone thinks it's good to have giant balls, but those giant balls have negatives. I would know. All right, we got to time this thing. So, today's drink of choice. Caffeine-free Zevia Cola. If you've never tried it, hey, I'm a big Zevia fan. We got all sorts of Zevia flavors in this house. We order these things by like the 16 count. I do about two or three a day. All right, let's go. Oh! Oh! Let's see if we can get in there. Hello? Anybody in here? Hello? No? Nobody's in here. Oh, look. It's a pathway. And it's another pathway. It's almost like a way through without being blasted by the fiery balls of doom. We're breaking bird cages, all sorts of shit in here. Alright, I need to get an idea of where he's shooting at. Oh shit, that's a different shooter. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Alright, we're gonna go get that punk. Whoop. Do not, and I repeat, if someone's shooting at you, don't try to roll through the bullet. It doesn't work. I have not tried it in real life myself, but I am going to tell you, I just know it's not going to work if you try to roll through a bullet or a sword, or if a giant dragon tries to swipe you with its tail. Don't try to roll through it in real life. I know Tanimura, Maggie says, I know Tanimura effed up with Dark Souls 2, but was it as bad as Neil Druckmann handling Last of Us 2? So, I'm not a fan of those narrative, story-driven type games, like the PlayStation narrative single-player games, because they feel too much like a movie to me. I hate games like that. I know it does have gameplay and whatnot. I'm probably selling it short. Maybe someday I'll try Last of Us. Is it on PC? Because if it's not on PC, forget it. I ain't doing it. I don't want to play anything on the PlayStation 5 that I don't have to. My PlayStation 5 is the Demon Souls remake machine. That's it. But I have heard that The Last of Us 2 was just abysmal compared to the first for a variety of reasons, which I won't state directly here in case anyone hasn't played and wants to. But I know they really screwed up with the characters, story, things that happened, whatnot. Hello. You're gonna wish you stayed dead, buddy. Oh wait, he wasn't dead. Well, yes, he was. I don't know. Are they dead? Are these people dead, or are we making them dead for the second time all over again? Last of Us. Oh, it is. Both are fine games. Okay, let's take a look. You can't see what I'm doing because I'm only showing you my game. But on my screen right now is Steam. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Last of Us Part 1. Last of Us Part 1 Upgrade. Last of Us Part 1 Digital Deluxe Super Turbo Extra Ultra Mega Edition. Let's see. The Last of Us Part 1 Reworked, Remake, Redone, Reborn, Extra Super Turbo Championship Edition. It's... what, WTF? Game from 2023. Released on PC in 2023. Before that, on PlayStation, right? I think. $60. You want me to pay $60 for a game that released on PC in 2023? You know what I think of that?
Fucking thing sucks.
I will pass on $60, man. Which that's a bummer because that means even if it goes half off, it's still $30. No thanks. I probably wouldn't like it. I would try the demo. I like trying demos of games. I finished the Visions of Mana demo. I do want to get the full game, but I ain't paying $60. I think at times it drops to like $35. According to SteamDB, the tracker. So I'm just going to wait for it to drop. I have so much crap in my wish list waiting for it to drop in price. I have plenty of games to play, so there's no rush in picking up new ones. Especially when they're older, like they're not brand new, and I'm not hyped to play it immediately, at least. Hey, frame rate in here is not so great. Even though it reports 60, I know it's not 60. That this frame rate tracker is a lie. This frame rate tracker is lying to me. Frame rate... FPS tracker's full of shit. Alright. And I think it's the alpha transparencies in here are not perfect. Sometimes they kind of put a sheen on the screen. And that's not how it's supposed to look. But we don't expect perfection here. We just demand it. We don't expect it, but we demand it. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Those are the two options. I'm going to do a poll right now. The options are, yes, Fox, you're right, and yes, Fox, you're right. Those will be the two options. Should we poke him in the butt with fire first? See what happens? Well, not much. Oh, shit. I regret my actions. I fucked up. I forgot. Okay. Well, I should have just taken him out when I had the chance. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Oh, man, he's getting me, he's getting me! Oh, I knew it. I figured that was going to happen. They just stun lock you into oblivion. And then poison you, too. Maggie, you finished it as well. What do you think? For me, so far, the story and the characters, the setting, all feel very, like, stereotypical tropes. Your standard, you know, action JRPG game that looks and kind of has the feel of a lot of other ones. I mean, you could show somebody the image and it looks like it could be a Trails game or it could be not an ease game necessarily, but it could be any number of these kind of JRPG games with very typical design. Very, like, kiddie style design, which I'm not a huge fan of, but that's just what they do. I don't mind the anime style, but it doesn't have to look like it's for little children. I mean, take a look at Snowbreak. No one would say that Snowbreak's visuals look like they were designed for kids, because they weren't. Oh, let me tell you something. They're getting really raunchy with those Snowbreak characters lately. Alright, my gameplay, my skill goes downhill after the first death, and I start just trying to force my way through, brute force my way through a little faster to get back to where I was. I think that happens to all of us, doesn't it? Yeah, the last fight with the octopus was pretty good. I think the combat is good, the exploration. All that basic stuff is good, and because of that, I'm willing to tolerate the story and characters not being great. As long as the core gameplay loop is fun, and the basic exploration of world is good enough, then I can play it. I can just skip all the lame ass cutscenes with the shit dialogue. I would describe the dialogue as boring to the point of boring you to tears. It's boring. You know, it's all that same. Did I play The Messenger? Yes. I do want to get back to it. Perfect way to play it would be on my Steam Deck. That's a great Steam Deck style game. You're not missing anything by playing it on the Steam Deck. You get the full experience. Oh shit, I keep dashing into the fire. Oh, the dogs killed themselves. See, dogs did the same thing I did. Dashed right into the flame. And died. Like the bitches they were. There you go. Eat lead, punk. I'm asking you a question. Do you feel lucky? Ow. Okay, it's gonna be difficult. Oh, I'm gonna die. Ow. I didn't realize how much damage those things did. I thought they mainly just put oil on you. Okay. I'm really sucking at this right now. But that's because I died and I'm like not giving a shit and I just want to get back to where I was. Pancake time. We're serving it up with maple syrup, boys. No, not that Aunt Jemima garbage. Everyone arguing about the Aunt Jemima bottle, whether to keep the woman on it or remove the woman, change it to Pearl Milling Company. You know what? Throw that shit in the trash. It's corn syrup with chemical flavoring. Garbage. Get yourself some real organic maple syrup. I'm telling you. Clueless Gamer Girl, CGG, welcome. Welcome, ladies. Clueless Gamer Girl says, hey, man, I really want to play this, but I can't do anything with keyboard controls and I suck at controller. You know, I'm telling you, if you have a PC that can handle the Shad PS4 emulator, because I'm emulating this, I'm playing this on PC, there's a mod to the basic Shad PS4 mouse and keyboard controls to make it better. It's doable. The mouse is simulating an analog stick, so it's not perfect. It feels off, but it's doable. And I almost decided to do this playthrough with mouse and keyboard, but you can do it. You can play this mouse and keyboard. Nope. Come on, guys. Come at me. Yeah, Aunt Jemima's chemical garbage with corn syrup. Don't touch that crap. It's garbage. If you've trained your taste buds to like it, believe me, you can get away from that. I made the mistake of well, it wasn't me making the mistake. My parents raised me on that garbage because, you know, we didn't know any better. My parents didn't know any better. This was before people started realizing the chemical slop in the pseudo foods that we were being served. Not even real food. And when I switched to maple syrup, it tasted a little different, and I thought it kind of tasted weird or off. Now, I would never touch that corn syrup garbage. Maple syrup's awesome. You might even get to the point where you want to just like pour maple syrup into your mouth. People have done this. It's amazing. Real maple syrup. None of that corn syrup, fake flavor, chemical slop. By the way, somebody called my latest YouTube video anti-woke slop. So I posted on X and said, don't worry, there's plenty more anti-woke slop where that came from. Uh-oh. Oh, can I get back over that? Yeah. Don't poke me with your pitchfork. Did he say I'll have your brain? What are they, zombies? They brain-eating zombies? This is Night of the Living Dead? I guess it's not far off, huh? Hey, look, it's a gate. I don't think we opened that gate. I better be careful. I'm going to get shot in the back here. By Mr. Shooty Shoot Rifleman. Uh-oh. How did I miss that dude? He was right in front of me while I was attacking the other guy. I call into question the hit detection on that one. I really do. Anti-woke slop for gooners. Yes. Clueless Gamer Girl says, yeah, I tried this on an emulator and has keyboard controls, but the camera movement is something I could not configure. And am I Canadian? No. I am American. We were just talking about how the Aunt Jemima pancake syrup is not maple syrup. and it's just corn syrup with chemical flavorings. It's slop. I was just criticizing it. Have I explored this spot? I think I have. Is this where I came from originally? Yeah. All right. So we could fall down in there, but I don't know. Yeah, forget it. Let's go this way briefly. Oh, we're seeing some texture pop in, but that's in the base game. I'm not sure they could fix that without changing the game itself, not necessarily the emulator. I don't know if that would be an emulator setting. I think you'd need to like install a mod for the game. And yes, there are mods on Nexus Mods for this. Oh no, I'm not offended you thought I was Canadian. There's nothing really bad about being Canadian. I mean, their government at the moment sucks, but that's generally been true of the American government most of the time, so. And hey, you know, us Americans have to deal with California, a worldwide embarrassment, the land of fruits and nuts, and I'm not talking about produce. Yes, that was an ad for real maple syrup. Wow, what's down here? We're gonna hop down. We're gonna hop down again. We're gonna pray to the netherworld and the ancient ones, or old ones, or whatever they're called, that we don't die. Oh, that's the way back. You know what? I'm not sure I ever knew that you could get back so easily. Alright, enough of this nonsense. Let's go through that door, wherever it is. Where is it? Is it over here? We're gonna skip the Mud Lake of Doom. It's not over here. God, you know what? Screw all these tombstones blocking my path. I don't like them. So it should be here, right? Game making me look like an idiot. There it is. Yeah, the coloring on some of the stuff doesn't look as natural as the base game, but that's to be expected. This is not a perfect emulator by any means. It's still in relative infancy, so it's shocking that it can play this as well as it does. Oh, man. Now I have a douche nozzle shooting at me. Can't just let me fight in peace. Alright, you're gonna get it. Oh, shit. Okay, that sucked. Let's try that. Oh, he's getting me with the flame, and I'm gonna miss. Alright, enough of that. Back to the old trusty R1 spam. When nothing else works, you pull out the trusty R1 spam. It served me well. Do I only play Souls games? No, I play quite a lot of different stuff. I played Snowbreak, Containment Zone, which is a third-person shooter gacha game. I played Wuthering Waves on stream. I've played Visions of Mana, Trails in the Sky first chapter, the demos. I played some platformers, like Guns of Fury. That one was fun. Woo! Oh, it still got me. Son of a bitch. He did so much damage. So much damage, making me waste this shit. Now I gotta go farm blood vials. Oh, woo! Whizzed right by my head. Whoop! Oh, I meant to dodge and attack instead. Give me them Quicksilver bullets. Good thing about dying a lot is you get a lot of Quicksilver bullets. Would I rather live in Florida, Texas, or California? Oh, that's an easy one for me. Florida. We hit the beach in Florida every year on vacation. I got married on the beach in Florida on vacation. Silk Song is solid. However, I don't get why people are so crazy for it. There are plenty of other Metroidvania style games where you have a lot more options in terms of the gameplay, in terms of movement and combat. I'd much rather play Blasphemous. I'd much rather play Gestalt of Steam and Cinder. I'd much rather play a lot of other Metroidvanias, but not Hollow Knight or Silk Song. They're good, they're just not, they just don't offer enough in the gameplay department for me in terms of like the mechanics. They feel pretty limiting, honestly, especially when you first start out. There's so little you can actually do. You can't dash through enemies, at least not initially in Silksong. Many of the things I look for in Metroidvanias are not in Silksong. So I find it disappointing in that it doesn't offer more in the way of mechanics. But other than that, rock solid controls, a decent gameplay loop, you know, nice visuals if you like the way it looks. I'm not huge into it. It's not really my thing. But does it deserve this like crazy, insane obsession? I don't get it. I really don't get it. We're gonna walk slow just like him. Okay, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Dude, stop it. Stop it! Okay, as long as you keep hitting him, you can prevent him from doing that. Nobody picked up my Blood Echoes, so I will. Thank you very much. Did I play Ninja Gaiden Ragebound? I did. I have not played Shinobi. Is there a demo of Shinobi? I'd like to try it if there's a demo. The Ragebound demo was good. Just didn't, like, suck me in at the time. So, probably won't return to it. I only played the demo, and I'm probably not going to pick up the game. There's just so much to play now that you can play a game and think it's, like, really good and not have time for it. You know what I mean? There are too many good games. That's also why I do not play shitty woke games on stream, not even to make fun of them, because I don't want to play shitty games. I have a limited amount of time to play games. I'd rather play good ones. Why would I play a shitty one, especially when I'm boosting the stats for some shitty-ass woke developer? You know what I mean? I'm not going to play Dustborn. I'm not going to buy it and play it. Especially when I could play something good and support a developer making something good. Okay, so I think we're going to be stuck with this guy transitioning. This dude is trans snake. Yep, see? He's trans snake. Oops, that's not what I meant. I hit the wrong button. Can you parry the snakes? Okay, maybe you can't parry the snake attacks. It doesn't appear like you can parry the snake attacks. Oh, wow. Damn. Oh, you know why we're doing more visceral damage? I think it's because we've upped our strength. Isn't that it? Did I play Liza P? I beat it. I have not gotten through the entire DLC. I'm not as big a fan of it as many other people are, but it is an excellent game. I do think at times they go a little overboard with the difficulty on the bosses. As a clueless gamer girl says, Miss CGG, variety is the spice of life. You got to play some different stuff sometimes. I don't play sports games. I very rarely play military shooters. I played the Battlefield 6 demo or beta test or whatever it was called, just because everyone else was and it was free, and I thought I'd just play it for a bit and then uninstalled it after the time period was up. Will I be getting Battlefield 6? Very unlikely. I'm not very good at the games either. Not that that is the defining factor for me, but I'm not a fan of military shooters. Not my style. Hey, look! Here we are, it's the lamp! Let's go back and level up. Let's return to the hunter's dream. More like a nightmare. Everywhere else is the nightmare, I guess. Clueless Gamer hates FIFA players. Well, I think one of the big problems I have with FIFA, Call of Duty, Battlefield, all that, not so much a problem, but a lot of the consumer base for those games are what I would call the normie gamer. And this is like the gamer that has, if they're European, they have FIFA. If they're American, they might have Madden or NBA 2K or whatever the current orange sports ball game is. And so I'm just not a sports guy at all, so I don't care about those. But beyond that, you'll find these guys, mostly men, that have the military shooter. So they have Call of Duty, They have Madden. They might have NBA 2K. Then maybe they have Spider-Man. But other than that, they don't really play anything. Nothing else. And you can talk to them about games. They're like, oh, yeah, you play games? What do you play? And you start listing the games you play. They haven't heard of any of them. None. They haven't heard of Elden Ring. They haven't heard of Bloodborne. They haven't heard of Dark Souls. They haven't heard of Trails in the Sky. They haven't heard of Snowbreak. They haven't heard of Genshin Impact. They've heard of nothing that isn't like super well known. They've heard of Fortnite, probably, in Roblox. But unless you're talking about Call of Duty and sports ball game, in Spider-Man or comic book hero man game, they haven't heard of it. And so there's not much to really talk about with them, because I don't play any of the games they play. So it's almost like we're so different that they're almost like not a gamer to me. I wouldn't say they're not a gamer, but almost as if they're not. They're also usually oblivious to what's going on in the gaming community. Like if I try to talk to them about all this nonsense with woke and Sweet Baby Inc. or these companies ruining the reason why Spider-Man 2 had some of the things it had in it, they'd be like, what? Well, yeah, I'm not really worried. I just play games, man. I just play latest comic book hero man game, in sports ball game, in shooty shoot military game. And it's fine if you play those games. I'm not saying you can't play those games. What I'm saying is that when you've got these people that only play their couple or their few games and nothing else, and they don't know anything else, not as much of a hobbyist. You know what I mean? So, to me, a gamer isn't someone who just sometimes plays some games. It's someone that would kind of have a general knowledge about games in general, would be aware of some of the stuff going on in the general kind of gaming sphere, would play a decent variety of games, doesn't have to play everything, obviously, and might know some popular personalities in the gaming world. But, you know, if they're just a COD boxer, Call of Duty Xboxer, you know, I don't share much in common with them. We can't really sit down and have a conversation about games. Because if I talk about anything other than Call of Duty and sports ball game, they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They're clueless. Yes, exactly. Clueless gamer. That's what I'm talking about. It's just they don't know anything. So, and that's fine. You know, I have a motorcycle. I had to ride it today because I accidentally left work with some equipment that I forgot to turn in, so I had to bring it back. So I jumped on the motorcycle real quick to take it back. And I wouldn't necessarily, like, call myself a biker, because I'm not in a bike club. I don't go to biker bars. I'm not in any biking community. I just ride the bike that I have. I only have one. I wouldn't, you know, put myself out there as being any, like, big, huge biker guy or something. And this is why I find it weird that so many people on X or other platforms get so upset when you talk about gamer and who's defined as a gamer. It's like, well, what do you mean they're not a gamer? They play games, they're a gamer. Anyone who plays a game is a gamer. I'm like, well, just about everybody plays some game at some point. I mean, if you pick up your phone and play Wordle when you're bored at the doctor's office, but that's all you do, that's not a gamer. It's not. If you're, you know, a mother of three, you don't own any game system, but you're bored, so you play little Candy Crush Saga on your phone, that's not a gamer. And if anyone were to ask that woman, hey, are you a gamer? She'd tell you she's not. But here are some people on X and YouTube arguing, oh no, she's a gamer. The hell she is. She doesn't know anything about anything. She just plays a smartphone game. A puzzle game, even. Put a controller in her hands. Doesn't know anything to... No idea. She has no idea. Put her in front of a mouse and keyboard and start up a game. No clue. She couldn't even figure out how to move the character. You know what I mean? She would look worse than Dean Takahashi playing Cuphead, if you guys remember that video. Video game journalist Dean Takahashi plays Cuphead. Can't figure out how to freaking jump over an obstacle in the tutorial when the instructions are on the screen. It was painful to watch. I swear to you, my grandmother, if she were still alive, would have figured that out faster than he did. And the guy's a video game journalist. He was clueless on how to play that game. He acted like he didn't know how to use a controller. They always manage to get me before I kill him. And it was just, look at him turning. It's like a record player. Clueless Gamer Girl says, I pity gamers who don't try out story games single player. I know, right, man? You have my utmost respect because of what you feel about such gamers. I get questioned if I really play Souls games because I'm a girl. I don't know why that matters. I quit Cuphead. Yeah, I did too. Finished 2 chapters and I was like, F it. Yeah, it was a little too intense for me, and that's not normally my type of game anyway. So, I tried. Yeah, I think there is still some belief among some people that, yeah, girls do play games, and there are girl gamers, obviously. We see plenty of them. But that they prefer girl games, you know what I mean? And that may be true to an extent, but not necessarily completely. Obviously. Uh-oh. I ran out of stamina. I'm out of steam, guys. Whoops. Oh, shit. I messed it up. Okay. You get caught in that and you're dead. Oh. Oh! Yes! Okay. Snakehead. Down. Fox 2. Snakeheads 0. Well, actually, the first one did kill me, so it's not 0. Alright, I'm not being honest about that. The first one did kill me the first time. But this, I'm on a new life now. But then again, I would always have all the points, because if every new life that reset their points, they'd never gain any. Any tips for being a good streamer? You're trying to be one. Well, you see my numbers. They're not amazing. And I got my window messed up over here. I can't even see my number over there. Let me scroll that down. There we go. I'm trying to make a comeback from... Oh, I'm gonna get hit. From my high back in the days of, like, Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne. I can't remember what I was streaming. I think it was just Dark Souls at that time. I hit like 180 some people watching me on Twitch. I'm trying to push YouTube as my primary platform. I am multi-streaming this to Twitch, but not a big fan of using Twitch at this point. But I can tell you, you got to be engaging. The hardest part is just getting anybody to show up, because most people drop into my stream, and if no one has joined it yet, they'll drop in and then immediately leave because no one's here. So it's like people only want to watch you if you're popular, but you can't get popular if no one's watching you. And it becomes this sort of vicious cycle of you don't have a lot of viewers, so the people that show up leave. And the people that, you know, you struggle to get anyone at all. But if you can get even a decent amount of people, even a handful or a dozen, you got to engage with them. You got to be entertaining. And that's why I changed up my voice pattern. I've been doing it in videos too. It's very intentional. So I talk normally sometimes like I am now, but then I start talking differently, emphasizing stuff in a unique way to draw interest from the audience. Oh, shit. His thingy's very long. He shot it out at me. Alright, we're not going to worry about Mr. Slow Snakey over there. He's slow as molasses. But we are going to worry about Big Snake. Ah, shit. I hate how easy it is to get caught up in that. Whoa. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me! And you're dead. Alright. The hammer wins again. Is it hammer time? I think so. You subbed. Thank you. And you know what? You just reminded me. I need to... I cannot stop paying attention because these snakes just coming out of everywhere. They're like cockroaches when you turn the lights off. I need to launch Streamlabs so people can see the notifications pop up. Sorry I didn't have it for years. That's a bummer. You should have seen your name pop up. But if you want to, you can unsub and resub, and you'll see something that looks like this. Now, I do have to tell you, I'm not not really an anime guy. I've only ever actually watched one anime, Attack on Titan, and I haven't even finished it. I may never go back. I tried watching the first episode with my wife, but I could tell she was just not into it, and I think I was losing points on the man scale by having her watch anime. So I decided I wanted to keep my man card, and we stopped. My wife is not into games, she's not into anime, and I'm perfectly fine with that. A lot of people, a lot of men, obviously, always think it'd be really cool if they found like a gamer girl and got together with her. And I get that, and that's cool, that's fine if that's your preference. I have really no desire for my wife to really get into games. I don't need her to. It's just that's not my style. That's not my Cuphead of tea. Damn, this guy just turns like a record player. Alright, now we got Mr. Big Snakeheads over there that like shooting poisonous vomit. Oh, missed. Your husband is not a gamer? Interesting. Well, he doesn't have to be, obviously. We are protected by the tree. This is the mana tree. It protects us from Mr. Giant Fat Snakehead. Alright, let's see if we can get him in the butt. Wait a minute, snakes don't have butts! Ow, shit. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to handle this guy. I can't even really get close enough. Should I just throw shit at him? I mean, that's what he's doing to me, right? The tree of life protects me once more. Boy, imagine how nice it would be to get a Bloodborne, even just a remaster, and put it on PC. And on PlayStation 5. You know how much they'd sell? Sony, get on that. A lot of people direct those requests to From Software. That won't work. Sony owns the rights to Bloodborne, not From Software. So, same thing with Demon Souls. Sony got Bluepoint to do a Demon Souls remake. From Software didn't have anything to do with it. As far as I know, they were not even consulted. Sony does not need to ask From Software to remake or remaster Bloodborne. They own it. Alright, thanks for dropping in, Clues Gamer Girl. Make sure to follow me on X. I'll give you the link. X is where I spend all of my social media time, pretty much. I need to have this link handy, and I don't, which is stupid. I'm like typing it out every time manually, but I need to put it in like a thingy where I can just type !social and boom, all my socials pop up. I also have a Discord, which you can find on my Twitter account. I will, or X account rather. I will also try to maybe put it in the bio. We'll see. Right now I have my novel in the bio. I'm shilling my novel. Shilling that novel. Because I'm grifting. Although selling a novel isn't much of a grift. Unless the novel itself is just garbage. And like fake. Like those novels on how to cure all the diseases. That's not really a novel, it's a book. Those are garbage. I hear so much noise right now. It's just snakes and snakes and more snakes. It's everywhere. It's 360 degrees of snakes hissing. Oops. Oh no, he became a snakehead. Why? Why would he become a snakehead? I ran out of stamina. Otherwise, I would have finished the job. I was trying to get some of my health back after getting the blood bullets. I keep forgetting about the blood bullets. Aha! Well, no, we're not going to go down there yet. Oh, shit. We almost did go down there, inadvertently. There we go. Send him flying. Pancaked And gave him flight. Flying pancakes, guys. Flying pancakes. No, 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 no. Oh, you son of a bitch. I can't get back as much health with the rally mechanic in the hammer form. You subbed to her. Nice. Did I miss any other chats? Lore reason for snake appendages. I don't know. Let's ask Vati Vidya. Vati, why are there snakes in Bloodborne? Are there 2 of them? I don't feel like dying here, okay, guys? Molotov cocktail. And do I have any oil urn thing? I don't think I do. Unless I missed it. Liquid medicine shifts weight to deflect attacks. Honestly, don't even know what that really does. Let's see if this works. Oh, shit. Nice job, Fox. Well done. You win. Shit. How long are those snakeheads? They're getting me from like a mile away. Not fair. Come on, guys. Fair play, guys, okay? Do these things actually respawn? Can't remember. Do they respawn? Can you parry them? It doesn't appear like it. I'm just shooting randomly. Alright. Oh, damn it. Okay, okay. I remember why this area is so annoying. Okay, that didn't work at all. He doesn't seem to care about that thing. Or does he? No. Can I draw him back up here and then land on him? You wish you could download some pancakes. I know. Anytime somebody mentions pancakes, everybody wants pancakes. Am I poisoned? I'm freaking poisoned, man. Enough of that nonsense. Let's go ahead and put that right there. Let's see if we can draw him back further. Oh, look, there's another... Jeez, what the... Seriously? I don't think he's noticed us yet. Alright. This is as close to snake butt as we're gonna get. That sounds bad. Taken out of context would sound really bad. You want a visceral attack? You gotta get him in the butt. What you think of Mandalore Gaming and GG Man Liz? Mandalore Gaming, I recognize the name. I can't think of who that is or what he sounds like. GG Man Lives has pretty decent content, although I think he's skirting the line with the woke crowd. He's trying not to get on their bad side. He used to call out some of that stuff, but not directly, and now I think he's more trying to just play that game of pretending it doesn't exist and it's not an issue, so he can keep rolling with his channel and not worry about getting ostracized or demonetized or all that stuff. Kind of like Bellular News. Bellular News tries to pretend like wokeness isn't an issue at all and says almost nothing about it. He'll give you game industry news, talking about why games are failing or why they're having trouble, and mention nothing about all of these woke studios going under and their games failing after SBI gets involved. But he doesn't mention it. Not a word. I did an entire video about that. I didn't mention him directly because it wasn't a call-out video. I'm not looking for that drama, although I guess this is call-out stream. is that you can't ignore the woke issue and give intelligent discourse on the gaming industry. You can't. You can't. Because it affects it. So if you're going to pretend like woke doesn't exist and it's not an issue and it doesn't affect anything, then you're not giving honest and accurate information about the industry. You're trying to assess why a game failed without acknowledging one of the reasons that it failed. Okay, I must be going backwards now. There are no enemies here. All right. Yeah, a lot of their content, you'll notice some of these YouTubers used to be far more critical. They used to have fun making fun of bad things in games or bad games. And then all of a sudden, they start sounding like every game they play is at least okay or good. Almost as if they don't want to blast a game for being bad. And, well, start to wonder, it might be because they're getting all these free review codes. And what happens when they pan a game for being terrible? They're going to keep getting free review codes from that developer? It wouldn't be the first time the developer cut someone off for a bad review. Do they have enough of these things? Jesus, come on. How many of these things are there? They're everywhere. At least you get bloodstone shards that you don't need, because you should at least be at twin bloodstone, but then again, you can use that to upgrade a second weapon. Money talks, it does. Even when the money is in the form of free review codes. Now, it's not the same as being paid. It's not. But think about it this way. How much would that game have cost for that reviewer to buy it at full price new? 60, 70, 80 bucks, right? Most of them, sometimes 40 to 50. If they get a free review code, what is the monetary value of that to them? It's what they would have paid to buy the game for the review, if they would have bought it anyway. So it really is the equivalent, in some ways, of them being paid money. I mean, somebody could give you $60 for gas, or they could just give you $60 worth of gas. Right? What's the difference? Well, in one case, it has to be used for a specific purpose. If you get $60 of gasoline given to you, well, you have to use it as gasoline. If you get a $60 game given to you, then you have to use it as that game. You can't necessarily convert it into money. Though you could try to sell your code, but I don't know if they're doing that. That would be very questionable. And then they wouldn't have it. You know what I mean? Well, this is... Yeah, I'm going to draw him out. Try not to get blasted by his vomit. No, what he ate. Look at how quickly he reacts. It's extremely hard to get in there and get any attacks in on him. He's got that super long reach. Yeah, I don't think you can parry the thing. Whoops. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to jump there. That's why I hate making jump the same as the run button, because sometimes you'll inadvertently jump when you don't want to, or not jump when you want to. Alright, we're done with this garbage. Problem solved. This is a kind of absurd level to all this, you know. It's almost like not Miyazaki, Tanimura level, just overwhelming the player with a shit ton of the same difficult enemy. I don't know if we're supposed to go this way, but I am. It's over here. A dead end. Cool. Alright. Oh, come on! I hit him before he started. I'm calling bullshit. Okay. I felt like that should have hit him, but it didn't, so whatever. That's how it's done. Clockwise metamorphosis. Does not open from this side. Well, that's just great. Let me guess. More giant freaking snakes. Wow. I would have never guessed. Do I have any of that fire paper? I do. I really don't want to die at this point, so we'll just do this. There we go. Probably a waste, but whatever. I didn't die, did I? Who else wants some of this? Who wants my burning hammer of doom? Man, that thing can burn. Oh shit. Where did they come from? That's how it's done. Do snakes like fire? I guess not. Enjoy, buddy. This is lasting longer than I thought it would. Ouch. Okay, I'm out of stamina! Oh, you son of a bitch.
Fucking thing sucks.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Okay. A lot of progress lost now. Miyazaki channeling that inner Tanimura. I did, though, criticize Bloodborne when it first came out, and I was one of the only ones doing it because everyone else at the time, after Dark Souls, was just lusting and glazing everything FromSoft did. That's why when Dark Souls 2 came out, even before it came out, some of the big names in the Souls community were given a sneak preview of the game, and they're like, oh man, it's better in every way. Everything about it's better. A couple months later, all the while I'm talking about all the problems with the game, saying it's not as good as the original, the basic movement's broken, that weird 8-directional snappy movement that's broken as all hell, garbage movement in the game. All sorts of issues with the game from, I mean, just tons. Like, you could do an hour-long video with everything wrong with Dark Souls 2. Months later, a couple months, here come all the other Souls content creators. They just discovered there are issues with Dark Souls 2, and they're starting to talk about it now. But they blasted me. They made fun of me. They called me all sorts of names because I criticized it from the very beginning. It was me and Martyrs Brigade 99. I don't recall anybody else in the Souls community criticizing Dark Souls 2 from the start. I don't recall anyone else. If you do, let me know. Is it obvious that popular content creators like Angry Joe or VG Donkey might do a shill paid game review for financial benefit? So, I think if that were to happen, if they were to be... please tell me the giant snakes are not back, because it's time to just run past all that dumb shit. I think if they got paid actual money to give a game a good review, not only would they have to disclose it, they were supposed to disclose it, but if they did that, eventually it would get out. Like, that information would leak, especially if multiple content creators are doing it, and it would be a really big deal. Like, it would be a big deal. It would be the talk of the gaming community. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, don't you freaking dodge me. Okay, so it's not just any hit. You actually have to stagger them. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, it would be a huge deal. Like, every one of the video game controversy channels in, like, my gaming bullshit series, and the way I say it that way because it's not the word bullshit. It has an exclamation point instead of an I, so it's gaming bullshit. So I'm not actually using a cuss word in it. That's how I win. Even I would talk about it. Like, it would be a big freaking deal. And that's why I don't think it's really happening much, if at all. Because it would be out there. Like, that wouldn't be kept secret for long. They would be exposed. Exposed. You know, Rich of Review Tech USA has become an absolute douche nozzle in just about every way. He's basically a joke now. He's a lolcow. But there was a time when he made decent content. Oh, the freaking things are back. All right, we're making a beeline for wherever we're supposed to go. Fuck it, I ain't fighting all those things again.
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Woo! I'm not even sure this is the way. But this is the way I'm going. Excuse me. Oh, forgot to show you guys something I got that I thought would be kind of cool, even though I don't normally wear hats. All right, what's your impression, everybody? You guys like it? The RTU cucumber clip is something I can't delete from my memory. I have not watched it because I've heard about it. I've gone out of my way to avoid it. I don't ever plan on watching it. Okay, I'm dead. Okay, I'm not dead. I do want to actually find my blood echoes. I don't quite remember where they were. This place is confusing. I just get all turned around. Am I going backwards? Am I going forwards? Am I going no way? Am I going always? I don't know. You can't stagger these guys completely, so that sucks. But they like to hide in the grass. They're like snakes in the grass, waiting to bite your ankle. Fill it full of their toxic poison. Well, he's already a snake, so we can't stop him from becoming one. Yeah, this is a visor. I would get too warm if it covered my whole head. Where do I go now? I don't know where I was. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, look! I found it! Look at Mr. Blue Neon Eyes. I got you, buddy. Boom! Look at that. That's cool, just doing that right there. Just swapping from sword to hammer. It's a badass move. I'm just saying. Where do I go now? What's in here? A giant boar of some kind, possibly? There's a boar. I think we'll avoid them. I think there's one over here too, isn't there? I'm about to find out. I see nothing at the moment. But I imagine that's deceptive. They're not here to make this game easy, are they? Although, the benefit to Rich of Review Tech USA deleting his YouTube channel is I don't ever see them have to show up in video recommendations. Although I could have just clicked the don't recommend, which I have been doing more lately. Like, don't recommend channel, do not show channel, whatever that option is. We've changed enemy types. We've totally shifted. Things are different now. Oh shit, I forgot how fast those things are. He's blasting me with the netherworld powers. Okay, well, you're gonna have to stop, dude, or otherwise we're just gonna be at a stalemate. I'm gonna wait here, you're gonna chill there. Alright, dude, when you're ready, you take all those little tendril hair thingies and you put them back in. He's not going to retract, is he? That's fine. If he doesn't notice us, we'll sneak up. Oh, he was faking it. He's like, I'm going to turn around and pretend I've lost sight of this guy. That'll fool the player. Oh, by the way, I want to do a video on this topic. Have you noticed a shift in publishers and developers in not using the word gamer? They'll say players. And that's a very intentional act. It's because the word gamer has become an insult and has been one for quite a while now, since the days of Gamergate. Because remember, gamers are over. Gamers don't have to be your audience. And of course, we laughed at how stupid that was because they're making video game content. They're making video game articles about video games. Who the hell else is going to be your audience? It's going to be gamers. Mom who plays Candy Crush Saga when the baby's asleep is not going to Craptaku or Polygon or IGN to look at gaming news. So gamer is now being used as an insult and has since about 2014. That is why, and let me show you guys something, because I think a lot of people get confused about this. Not so much you guys, obviously, but the wokies, the leftists, they don't understand because they've lost their full sense of humor. You can't have a real decent sense of humor when you're a lefty. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to show you this. I got to switch it up. We're going to go from the game to my desktop. All right, I got to make sure none of my tentacle porn is on my desktop. Like that one guy. Who was that guy that did that? He showed his screen during like a video, and there was a tab of his like weird fetish anime tentacle porn, and then he played it off like it wasn't for him. Boop. Okay. So this is my X bio. Some people call it Twitter. That's fine if you just call it Twitter because you're used to it. But some people get really super upset if you call it X because they feel like they're really sticking it to that chud Elon by calling it Twitter. That's how they win. Vanguard of the Gaming Grifting and Gooning Brigade, your favorite mega chud. I also put mute happy. I do mute the trolls. X gets so much better. I used to block them. Now I only mute. I deleted everything off my block list. This way they still see my posts and it increases my engagement, and they may reply to it, increasing my engagement, but I don't have to see that garbage. So it's like a win-win. So this is my bio profile. I intentionally picked these 3 words for a very good reason. This wasn't willy-nilly. All 3 of these words are very common insults thrown at men in the gaming community. People in general, including women, but primarily men. They call us gamers, they call us grifters, and they call us gooners. All as insults. All 3 of those are insults. I also threw in mega chud because I couldn't include it in the 3 without changing from G3 to G3 plus C, which might have been even cooler. Might have been even cooler to call my channel, or my streams rather, G3 plus C. You know what I mean? I put mega chud, gooner, based, which you can't read because my face is blocking it. So I posted this. When someone owns an insult to mock others, they are practicing a form of reappropriation or reclamation. This is the process of a person or group reclaiming a word or symbol that was once used to demean them and using it in a new, empowering, or mocking way. Mocking way. I'm literally mocking the woke left by using their insults as the definition of who I am. One I will not use. And I'm telling you guys, don't use it. Enough of this. I don't really like cats all that much. Do not try to own terms like fascist or Nazi. Don't own a term like white supremacist. Don't do that. That can come back to haunt you. You can get fired from your job. Bad things can happen when you try to own certain insults that have heavy stigma on them. Don't own the term racist. Don't put it in your bio, because if that ever gets linked to you in real life, you may get fired from your job. Bad things can happen, okay? But, you know, I doubt any job place is going to care that you're owning the term gamer, grifter, or gooner. They're not going to know what gooner means. They're not really going to care. They're not going to fire you because you said you were a gooner or something. You know what I mean? They're not going to fire you because you claim to be a chud. These are just silly internet things that they're not going to care about. So don't own anything that's going to get you in trouble, is what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't want to own the term PDF file if people are accusing you that. Don't try to own that term and put it in your bio, okay? I'm just saying. But anyway, it neutralizes the power of the insult. It builds solidarity with other people that are insulted that way, and it exposes the insulter's pettiness. And it also demonstrates resilience. All brought to us by the wonderful, wonderful AI. AI put it more succinctly than I could. AI is sometimes useful. Okay? There we go. Sometimes. Not always. Enough of that nonsense. Back to Bloodborne. So yeah, owning the insult terms that have no significant inherent stigma. Oh, what the heck? The tracking, man. Man, that dude gets off the ground like super speed. He barely touched the ground before he was back on his feet. Oh, it does track behind. Okay, they're not too bad. You just don't want to be caught by all three blasts. It could probably kill me from full health. Anti-clockwise. We got clockwise, we got anti-clockwise. What happens if we equip them both? Does it stop time? 4-0. How's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Yes, this is Bloodborne on the Shad PS4 emulator. It's not perfect, but it's better than playing it on PS4 or a PS5, since it's the exact same on a PS5. Look at him, hoppity hop. He thinks he's quick and nimble, but he can't get away from the Kirk hammer. Kirk says, you oh, he got me, okay. Tempering Bloodstone Gem, parentheses 2. And a madman's knowledge. Just, you know, why not? Stack up that insight. We're going to have so much insight, it's going to hurt us. Shad PS4, for anyone currently watching that doesn't know. And speaking of which, let's put out another notice that we are live, letting everyone know that we're on the internets, in case they want to join and have some fun with us. Boom, there we go. Yes, Shad PS4 spelled just like that. Look it up, shadps4.net. Just type Shad PS4, it'll come up. So I guess this is a dead end. It's been so long since I played, I don't remember what's what, where's where, who's who, or how is how. Yeah, okay. This place is so easy to get lost in. Where do you go? What do you do? What do I see and who do I do? Wait, is that? No, nothing. It's an alcove, but there's nothing in it. All right, this should take us back to the Pond of Scummery. And then, yeah, we're just going to walk through here and get this shit all over us. And hopefully not get burnt. Hopefully nothing throws fire at us. What happens if we walk into that? Let's not find out. Oh. Oh, I bet you that grab would have hurt. Man, he got me good before I got him. At least I got, like, part of that back. It's just cool doing that, isn't it? Makes it look like I know what I'm doing. So this is a shortcut, but then again, if it's a shortcut back to where we were, it's not going to take me where I want to go, but it's good to open it. I like having the shortcut. I remember now. But do I remember how to get to this shortcut? I don't know. Hopefully we don't die again. We'll just plan on not dying. How about that? The plan is not to die. Yeah, 4.0, it's not a perfect emulator. It does occasionally have some visual glitches. Occasionally it slows down. And even when it says 60 FPS like it does in the upper right corner, it doesn't always feel like it's actually 60. It is most of the time 60 or close to it. Like right now it's looking pretty good, but it's still like a little jittery, kind of stuttery for 60 FPS. It's not as smooth as a native 60 FPS game would be. This is the path we can take. I'm sorry to say, it's got the big giant boar who may kill us. So what we're going to do is throw a pungent blood cocktail. It says it attracts beasts. The snake didn't appear to count as a beast. Does a giant, twisted, mangled, undead boar count as a beast? I don't know. We'll find out. Our goal, once more, is to not die. Is someone going to throw fire at me? Because I'm really not throwing at me in puddles of oil. Wait a minute. Is this the path? Is this the way forward? Or is this where we came from? Now look at this. There's a path there. There's a path. It's like a fork in the road. A two-pronged fork, but still a fork. You could still use a two-pronged fork if you had to. All right. I know he's somewhere around here. He's never far away. There he is. The idea is to bonk him in the butt, but I don't think that's going to happen because he's... Well, hang on. Oh, shit. Now that is how it's done, boys. And I just took antidote off my quick bar there. I made that look a lot easier than it usually is. Usually that thing gets me at least once. Okay, that was not a creature in there. It looked like it. You gotta be honest, guys. It looked like a creature in the swamp. 4.0 says, I have a pretty big emulator collection. Of course, all the ROMs legal, but I've never tried PS4 emulation. I love the PS3 games, and emulation is pretty good for that console. Yes. I was playing Demon Souls on the PS3 emulator, RPCS3, I think it's called, until the Demon Souls remake came out. And I think that's the way to play now. I get why some people complain about it. I get that it's not totally in line with Miyazaki's vision. I get that some of the changes, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. It's not critical for me, though. I'm more about the gameplay. And they didn't change so much that I feel like it's that bad. Although some people get really worked up over it, thinking it's terrible. Ow. That was a total bitch slap move right there. So he deserved a good hammer stun lock. Is this where we already were? Yes. All right, we'll sneak right back through here. Yes, I had Bloodborne on the PS4. Bought the physical disc. Bought it digitally for the PlayStation 4/5. And this is, of course, I am playing one of the copies that I own as per legal ROM/emulation requirements. Although you don't play it directly from disc. That would also not be a good idea. Never read from a disc if you can help it. They're too slow. Of course, the PS4 was designed to read from the disc, just like the PS5 can. Oh, shit. Who threw some shit at me? Asshole. Look at this asshole. Oh, he's fucking everything up. Oh, God. See? That little shit right there just about got me killed. He's a nobody, too. Which is what makes it worse. That nobody little thing in the swamp. What? Where'd the boar go? He just phased out of existence or something? We're gonna assume he's over there somewhere and not worry about it. I don't need to prove anything. Fornell says, yeah, the Souls purists probably don't like it. Oh, there are videos about everything wrong with Blue Point's remake. I think it's a solid remake. It does mess up some of the atmosphere. They do make some bad choices as far as how they make certain characters look. Okay, check that out. So this is an example of the kind of graphical glitches you'll sometimes see. So it's not perfect, but you know, just imagine it's an Atari 2600 game, and that's what the Atari looked like when it glitched out. Remember? I don't know if you're old enough for Null to remember the Atari 2600 when it would glitch out. It looked exactly like that. Just plain singular colored lines. Yeah, it's just a cosmetic issue. It's not a big deal. You can still see everything you need to see. Distracting, yes, but not the end of the world. Is this a shortcut back here? You're 58. Oh, you remember. You remember better than I do. You were there when the only place you could play a game was in the arcade. Before the whole home console thing really began. Unless you count like those old ancient things like the Odyssey, or wasn't the Odyssey the one where you got to put that shit on the screen? Alright, so that's open. I don't even remember how to get to that thing. But once again, we're just going to plan on not dying. Not dying is the plan. Besides, if we go back to the Hunter stream, we have to fight our way back here through something, so... I don't think the pungent blood cocktail will work. I think at least one of them might poison us. Fire is probably our best bet, but should the need arise, we'll bolt the hell out of these things as well. We want whatever we can get to get... What does this lead elixir actually do? A heavy syrupy liquid medicine. So it's maple syrup. Okay, so it increases basically your poise and slows you down. I don't want to be slowed down. Can you even buy Blu-ray and double-layer DVDs read from disc for emulation? Not for Shad PS4 that I'm aware of. I think some emulators will read from a disc. Like, there were some PlayStation emulators that would read directly from the PlayStation disc. But honestly, who even has an optical drive in their PC anymore? If you look at my PC, my previous like 3 or 4 cases that I had, none of them even have a slot for an optical drive. You can't put one in it because we don't use them anymore. They're just slow, they're clunky, they're noisy. You don't need them. It's all digital now. Go digital. It's digital. Do I have something cool for the digital? And people talk about, well, you know, you got to buy the physical. And I get that. I'm with you there. But when people tell me I need to get physical and not digital, my response is,
I don't care.
I need to make that louder.
I don't care.
Oh yeah, baby.
All right, enough of that. Yeah, you just rip the disk to a file. If you have the disk, just rip it to a file, an ISO or something. That'll be good enough. Don't try to run from the disk. Bad idea. Although some of them use fire, so does that mean they're resistant to it? Bruh, I don't even know, bruh. Okay, that was a bad idea. It didn't work the way I was planning it. Which one should I kill first? I can't remember. There's like one that's better to kill first. I'm not going to kill any at this rate. Okay, I think I'm better off doing it this way. Oh, come on. Blasted by the... You see how fast my health went down? I think that took me from almost full health to 0 in like a second. Forno, your friend had an Odyssey. Yeah, we put a clear plastic thing on the screen. It was lame. Yep. That clear plastic sheet you put over the TV screen was the only way to get color. The color on that sheet is what colored the image underneath it. All right, I gotta figure out how to get back to this through that shortcut. I don't remember where the shortcut is. Maggie said I can use my old PS2 DVD discs for PCSX2 emulator. A friend told me that PlayStation 3, 4, and Xbox 360 don't have that feature. Yeah, they don't, to my knowledge, at all. But you wouldn't want to. Like, okay, where do I go from here? Like, where is this shortcut? Shouldn't it be close by? I don't remember, guys. Where's the shortcut at? Is it down there? Is it over here? I probably shouldn't jump down there. It's just a feeling I've got. It's my gut instinct saying don't jump down there. Ah, shut up, Snake. This is probably not the way, is it? It seems like too far. The shortcut should be close by, I would think. Yeah, discs are too slow, in my opinion. And if you buy a disc-based game nowadays for like the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X Pipe S, my understanding is that all they do is basically... So that's the way back, isn't it? Pretty sure. All they do is just rip the game files to the drive. Yeah, see, that goes back, doesn't it? Anyone remember how to get to the shortcut I opened? I don't. So this is where I came through. I don't think it's up here. This is just like wasted space. Let's jump down there and see what happens, shall we, guys? I'm sure it'll be something good. Maggie, you still have a functional PS2 from 2002. I sold mine not too long ago. It was a Japanese PlayStation 2. From Japan. I bought it when I was in Japan. I'm not seeing where this shortcut's supposed to be. I'm starting to feel like I'm just gonna end up running back through the whole area from scratch, as if the shortcut doesn't exist. Surely it wouldn't put me this far from it, would it? Yeah, that ain't it. We're not going up there. I do really hate this area. I've never really learned its layout for obvious reasons. It's very annoying. Hey, look, I found something new. Nope. We're trying not to fight right now. I'm just trying to get back to the boss. And then avoid getting blasted by fire. Which seemed to be the boss's chosen murder method. Hey, look, more secrets. Nope. Stuck on a fence. Hello. I'm glad they do that stupid thing to start instead of attacking. Makes it easy to get around them. Alright, that stupid boar better not be back. I hear a boar somewhere, but not that one. That one wasn't there. There's gonna be one up here, though. Because we didn't kill him. Right? Yeah, look, there he is. Look at him. See you later. I think this is the shortcut we opened. I would like to actually get an idea of where we can get to it from. Oh. Well. Oh, right there? Well, I don't remember where that is. Oh, come on. I can't get up. Okay, there we go. I don't remember how to get to that spot. I remember getting to it. I just don't remember how to get to it from the previous spot. Each and every time I get to this boss, it's just by pure luck that I find it. Okay, I guess we'll use Bolt again. They're going to be ready for us as soon as I come in. Alright, I need to watch out for that one carrying the candle. He's a real a-hole. Got those. We're going to hide behind here like the chicken. Oh, it went around it. What a douchebag move. At least the candle guy can't shoot too far. I feel like I'm not ready for this fight yet. Those fireballs got some homing capacity on them, which I don't like. Woo! Okay. Nice try, buddy, but I was ready for it. Okay, I'm going to hit you a little bit until your friend gets here. That didn't seem to do much. Let's try fire. Oh, that's super useful. Okay, I forgot that they do snakeify themselves. And they all snakeify at once. He's been snakeified. Nope, 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 don't do that. Okay, one of you is going to have to move faster than the other to separate. Okay. I can just keep getting my health back by just keep hitting this guy. Oh, shit. Is one of them going to, like, bring the snakes up out of the ground? No! Okay, oh, God, oh! This is getting, it's getting rough. Oh, that worked. I got one left, okay. Where are the snakes? Aren't snakes supposed to shoot out of the ground? Nice try with your tinnitus that doesn't electrify. Whoop. Oh, come on. That jump back? Lame. Little R1 spam never hurt anybody except the bad guys. Oh, yeah, there we go. Told you the R1 spam comes in handy. The brief stun from getting hit by the fire was super useful. Fox recommends using the fire paper. But it's noisy as hell. I don't remember it being that noisy. I don't know if that's like a sound effects issue with the Shad PS4 emulator. But it's like annoyingly loud. Alright, Meggy says, what was that one From Software third-person RPG demo that came bundled with early? Was that... What was it? I can kind of see it in my head, but I can't think of what it was. I'll know it when I... was it Eternal Ring? I think it was Eternal Ring, or Evergrace. It was either Eternal Ring or Evergrace. Time for some leveling. 76,000 blood echoes.
Very well.
Let's see. How about some strength? Oh, that only gives us 2 now? And that's 2. Back to vitality and endurance. And then we'll check on our
Farewell, good hunter.
blood gems. Maybe we got something better now. We still can't upgrade any further, can we? Nope, we need 2 more chunks. We did get 1 chunk, though. I think we got it from one of those big snakes. Evergrace. Well, there you go, man. Now you know. Was it actually a very good game? I heard it was pretty mid. All right, that's attack 2.7% with a rally boost. Add attack 4.2. See, I don't know how to compare a 2.7% with a static 4.2. Attack versus open foes. I don't know what an open foe is. Skill scaling, strength scaling, plus 5.4. I would imagine that's better for our strength weapon. Blunt attack up 12.6%. Hell yeah, we'll put that on there for the benefit on the hammer. Physical attack up 6.6%. Attack versus beast down. So I don't like anything that has a negative. Don't put a negative on it. Don't put a negative spin on this thing, okay? I want pure benefit, okay? HP continues to recover. What does that mean? Does anyone know what that means? I don't know what it means that HP continues to recover. Add physical attack plus 4.2. We don't do a lot of thrusting with the hammer. Physical attack up 7.3%. Physical up at full HP. Yeah, sure, why not? Whatever. That may not be ideal, but it's what I chose. Okay, guys? Just let me do my thing, all right? I'm taking suggestions if you have them. Symbol of the League Oath. Ah, yeah, whatever. I don't know if that's going to do anything, especially since we're offline. Acquire more blood echoes. Yeah, we'll keep that one. Higher blood vial maximum. Visceral attacks restore HP. Visceral attacks grant more blood echoes. One of the Metamorphosis runes raises stamina, raises HP. Yeah, it's raise stamina. Increase physical damage reduction. Bolt damage, frenzy resist, poison resist would have been useful. Boosts effective temper. How about raises HP? Yeah, why not? You had bundled Tekken and Colin McRae on the same disc. Colin McRae, that's a game? Never heard of that one. I thought we already had the chalice. Yep. I don't totally understand this, but whatever. Boom, we got a chalice dungeon. Are we going to do it? I don't know. I was never the biggest fan of the chalice dungeons, honestly. They needed more variety in how they looked. All right, let's do a quick poll. We're going to start a poll. You get to hear me typing on my super cool keyboard. Boom. There we go. Nice little poll. The poll is actually a disguise. It's a disguise to try to get people to sub. Although it's not a very good one. It's too obvious. Dirt racing game. Oh yeah, I used to be into racing games a little bit. Not so much anymore. If I could get, like, was it Forza? Which one had the Honda Civic Type R? My dream car. I chose not to buy the Type R because it was like $14,000 more than the one I went with. But if I could have any car, and I couldn't sell it, so I had to actually keep it. So I can't just sell it and then buy something else and make money. If I could have any car that I had to keep and drive, it would be the Honda Civic Type R. But the one before they changed the body, like a 20... When did they change that? I think they changed it in 2020, maybe? So it'd be the old body style that's like super gaudy looking. Not gaudy. Ostentatious. That's a better word. Ostentatious. Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. The original badass look. But you get a different impression depending on the angle that you see the car from. I don't like the new body style. I like the old one. The old one's so much better. Let me see if I can get one that kind of shows what I'm talking about here. This one's red. So we'll get this image and pull it up. And boom, there we go. All right, let me switch it over so you can see it. Like that. That huge, gaudy, ostentatious spoiler. This is what I'm talking. Not California, though. Not California. I'm kidding, obviously. You know, there's only a few places in California that are really that bad. I wouldn't get it in this. I'd get it in the Sonic Gray Pearl. Sonic Gray Pearl is the best color if you're looking for the Honda Civic Type R. I'll show you what it looks like here. Oh, did I not just download it? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's too small. You can't see that. That's a tiny little image. We need a good view of this thing. Nope, that doesn't work. Some of these websites don't want you to download the pictures, which is lame. And then they like to use that stupid... Yep. Okay, I'm just scrolling through my... you know, all of these pictures are super small for some reason. Tiny, tiny little photos. There we go. The Honda Civic Type R in Sonic Gray Pearl. That's the best color right there. That's what I'm talking about. The huge spoiler, all that stuff. And it only comes in a stick shift. You cannot get it in an automatic. It's manual or bust. You either learn to drive a manual for it if you don't already, or you don't get it. Any of you guys have a dream car you would buy? Say if you could have any car you wanted, you cannot sell it to make money. So you have to pick the car you actually want to drive. Not pick like the most expensive car in the world, sell it, and then buy the car you want. If you could be gifted any car you want, you have to actually drive it. What would it be? You know mine is Honda Civic Type R. I just told you. All right. This is the way for. Are we going to Bergenworth now? With oh yeah, there he is. Baxter. What was that guy's name in Ninja Turtles? That's like a fly character. You know what I'm talking about. The Lancer 1992. Lancer 1992. Mitsubishi Lancer is an excellent choice. I liked that car when I was younger. Although the 92 model is not quite what I had in mind when I was thinking about it. Oh, you know what I was thinking of? Not the Mitsubishi Lancer, but the Mitsubishi Talon. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry. The Talon. Okay. I just got a view of it there. All right. Should we buy some stuff with our insight to decrease the insight? At what point is this insight going to come back to haunt us? We're at 23. Is that too high? Is that where shit does more damage to us or something? Or we get attacked by big nasty beasts? Hey, we'll summon this thing. I don't know why I'm summoning it. There's not like a boss right up here, is there? Whatever, if you give me the chance to... Oh, wait a minute. It was red. Just realized something. He's not going to help me, is he? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay. she, whatever. He, it. Yeah, just get right in there. Doesn't even say hi. Doesn't, no greeting, no hang out for a minute. Just run straight in and kill. I like his style. He's all business. Oh, and he's shooting him too. He's got the hunter's axe in the short form of it. And what is that? Shotgun? Closed by a device. Shocking. It's shocking when you come up to a door or gate in a Souls game and you can't open it from that side. You're always surprised. Nice try. Yep, see, they usually end up getting me on the third or fourth hit. I can't stun lock them with the big hammer. It's too slow. Alright, something's gonna jump. Oh, these thingies? Are these brain suckers? Would you lock? I can't. Do you see how many times I tried to lock on and it wouldn't lock on? I must have clicked it like 5 times trying to lock onto this thing. Oh no, he took my insight. Oh no. The insight I was trying to get rid of. Okay. Didn't think that would happen. Oh, shoot. That would have killed me, I believe. Okay, I'm missing a lot here. There we go. And Quicksilver bullets is all you get for that intense fight. What do I think of Ford? Excuse me. Well, they were more amazing when they first came out, obviously. Not so much anymore. A lot of people love the Ford trucks, obviously. The F whatever 50s that everyone loves to buy and drive around by themselves, hauling nothing. Empty truck beds most of the time. Only thing that has anything of substance in it is the driver's seat. Hey, hello. This is where you say, so nice of you to drop in, because it's funny. It's funny every time. Okay, I'm about to die here. At least I got my friend here who's getting his ass kicked by this thing that's just like sexually assaulting him. Yep, he's dead. He died to the thing blasting otherworldly meteors or something. Woo! I think if I remember correctly, if you can get up close to that thing, it's actually not a tough fight. Anthony, how's it going? Damn, that character in the thumbnail looks way too realistic. AI face swapping, man. It's the new thing. Like, AI face swapping is awesome. I think I'm going to change my X profile picture to my new face, my favorite face swap, which is this one. Let me switch it over so you guys can see it. What do you guys think? Any Expedition 33 fans out there? This is my favorite face swap thus far. The hair looks just like mine. Slightly different color, but other than that, exactly the same. I like that one. I also like this one. There I am. I am Solid Snake. Although with my Fox theme, maybe I should call myself Hollow Tail. Solid Tail sounds too sexual. Solid Snake does too, but whatever. Or how about, here I am I'm in Deja Vu. Who remembers Deja Vu? There I am. Looks totally natural. Doesn't look face swapped at all, does it? And then you get me in Clash at Demon Head. Though all those images are very small, so It's kind of hard to see at their normal resolution there. Back to the game. We'll close out all that nonsense. Yeah, so Anthony, I did not make a character in the game to look that close to myself. I just face swapped the base character model. Oh. There we go. Some face swappers are better than those. Hey, look, it's glitching out. The emulator does not like water. It doesn't like mud, oil, any liquids on the ground. It does not like. It doesn't like this area, to be honest. My frames are looking terrible, even though it still reports 60 FPS. That's a lie. The frame counter on this thing is lying. I think it just reports what you set the emulator in game to. So if you set Bloodborne to 60 FPS in the patches, I think it just continually shows 60 the whole time. It never drops. It shows a perfect 60 FPS, 16.7 milliseconds for every frame. That's a lie. No way is this perfect. Most native PC games that you can run at high frame rates don't have such perfect frame timing. So do I think this is absolute perfect frame timing across the board at 60? No, not a chance. Hey, it's the hunter. Got him. Take that. Oh, shit. You see how much health this thing has? This is insane. Oh, dear. That's like the insta-kill move. I don't think I have to kill this creature, do I? He's got the threaded cane, the worst weapon in the game. Only little bitch uses that weapon. It sucks. Not doing too bad here. Did you see that little bitch try to blast that toxic fumes at me or something? I don't know what it is. This is his vape mod? I made that look easier than it is. Trust me, that's usually a real bitch of a fight. Alright. Let's see what this guy's doing out here. What are they doing over here? This is a messy desk. I give this desk... I mean, he's got some cool swag on it. And they don't have any of those pop figurines, whatever those stupid things are called. So, I don't know, 4 out of 10. Could be worse. It's got the world's biggest sweet rolls or some shit over here with like a shit ton of frosting. Is that what that is? Is that like a giant cake with frosting? Is it wax? He's got eyeballs, and the eyeballs actually roll out. That's crazy. I give this thing a 2 out of 10. Lots of points lost for having body parts. That's kind of weird and gross. Anthony says, so you like Gooning, huh? What, you work for the Joker now? If so, Batman is going to get you, you know? Not big into Batman or any of that stuff. Not a comic book character guy. But I own the term gamer, grifter, and gooner because that's typically what like the woke crowd or the left will call us as insults. They use the term gamer as an insult. Started in 2014 with Gamergate when they wrote the Gamergate articles like, gamers don't have to be your audience. Gamers are over. And then they call everyone a grifter even if you're not actually doing anything to make any money. You're just a grifter. Grifter's a generic insult. They also call us gooners. Because as a male, if you like seeing attractive women, that's bad. They also call us chuds, which I couldn't include that in there. I can't make it like G3 plus C. So I just do gamers, grifters, and gooners, and then call it G3. But I do refer to myself as a mega chud. So I own that term too. I own them all. Although I'm not going to own terms that would get me in trouble and would be totally inaccurate, such as Nazi or fascist or racist or any of those terms. You could try to own those terms, but you're going to get your ass fired from your job. I'm just saying, don't do it. Pancake. You dropped nothing. All right, we're coming towards the end of the stream. We've surpassed the 2-hour mark. Can I do something with that? I always felt like you could do something with that, but you can't interact with it, obviously. Whoop. That was not nearly as far of a drop as it looked at first. Thank you, Anthony. If you do sub, it should give a notification, although I think the notifications might not be working. It should... They should look like, let's see. I gotta get to the test button here. They should look like this, but they don't always work. Billions must subscribe. I don't know about billions, man. I would take just a couple million. How about that? Although at that point, it would just be different, you know? It would be the same if there were that many people. We found the door to the lunarium. Goodbye. Oh, wait. Poor guy. So he just sits here doing nothing? Like, does he ever eat? Does he use the restroom? Does he not play video games? Does he not mow his lawn? He just sits here forever? Thank you for the eye. I don't know what the difference is between killing him versus not killing him. All right, well, the next fight is the most unholy, the most vacuous ROM, which I don't like. It's kind of a haphazard fight and gets messy, but we'll leave that for next time. We're going to tackle ROM on the next adventures in gaming, grifting, and gooning with the G3 Brigade, the Goon Squad, as Bill Bones calls it. Thanks everyone that joined me. Really appreciate you stopping by to enjoy this stream with me. We're going to put an end to this poll that was just lingering there. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, even if you're watching this after the fact. Leave a comment if you're watching this after it went live and it's now just a recorded video, because that is super useful. Helps me out, and YouTube loves comments nowadays. It's all about the comments, apparently. I'm going to leave you a link to my X account. Excuse me. And then I have Discord, and I'm going to try to find the link for you real quick. I believe I can find it. I'm so new to Discord, I don't even remember exactly where that link is to share it. It's in there somewhere. I think I have to right click it. There we go. Invite people. I'm going to copy or send a server link to a friend. Okay, so I think I can just paste this for y'all. Right? Yeah, that should work, I hope. If you want to join my Discord server, you can. You don't have to, obviously. And with that, I think we'll call it for today. That's going to be the end of the G3 Brigade for this evening. Make sure you stay gaming, grifting, and gooning, guys. I'm Fox with RealMarcFoxx, your Vanguard, signing out for the day. Thanks again, everybody. I'll see you next time.